Hi guys! So this week is the start of a 2-week art project based on the work of artist Romero Brito. Romero Brito is an artist from Brazil. He is a contemporary artist, which means that he is alive and currently making art. So we're gonna take a look at some of his artwork and then we're going to use it as inspiration for this next art project. So for today, you're going to need a piece of white paper, something to draw with. I'm using oil pastels to draw. If you have those, that would be a great tool to use. If not, crayons work just fine. So meet me back here with a piece of paper, some crayons, and we'll get started. Brazilian artist Romero Brito says that he likes to make art to make people happy. That's why he does it. His paintings are simple and colorful and full of patterns. He likes to break up the space in his artwork and create patterns and colors in each of the spaces. All right, so we are going to be making a pumpkin drawing or painting inspired by the art of Romero Brito. And so for this project, you'll need a couple different coloring or painting tools. I'm gonna start with oil pastels, but if you have crayons at home, you can do that, or you can start by drawing in pencil first. So to get started, we're gonna draw a simple pumpkin. You might have noticed in Romero Brito's artwork that he does simple pictures. We saw a puppy, we saw an apple. So your pumpkin drawing does not have to be super complicated or detailed. All right, so I'm using oil pastel to draw my pumpkin. I'm making kind of an oval shape with a little bit of a dip at the top where I'll put my stem. I'm using the entire piece of paper for my pumpkin, so I'm not making a tiny pumpkin right in the middle. I'm using the space to create a large pumpkin. Finally, I'm adding a stem, which is just kind of a rectangle shape. I'm going to use inspiration from Romero Brito's paintings and create sections in which I'm going to add different patterns. I'm using straight lines to divide up my paper space into different sections. I recommend that you don't make too many lines because each section inside and outside the pumpkin is going to need to have a different pattern, and so that's a lot of different pattern ideas you're going to have to come up with. So keep your lines and spaces pretty simple for this part. Next, I'm going to use different color oil pastels to create different patterns in each of my sections. And I mentioned before that you will need to create a pattern on the inside of the pumpkin and the outside, and they should be different. Romero Brito's artwork is so fun because it uses a lot of variety. Variety means that you are using different things to fill your page. So if I created all of my patterns to be polka dots, that would not be a lot of variety. So my next pattern, I think I'm going to do hearts. Romero Brito uses a lot of hearts in his artwork. Remember that a pattern is something repeating. So if I only put one heart in my section, that's not a pattern. So each section will need to have multiple or repeating objects or lines in order to create a pattern. Some of your patterns can be colored in, and that will lend itself to a really cool effect when we continue adding color next art class. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video now so that you can see the finished product for today. Once you are done drawing your patterns inside and outside of your pumpkin, we're going to stop and we're going to pick it up where we left off next art class. So let's see how mine turns out in the end. All right, guys, so that was part one of our Romero Brito pumpkins. We are creating our patterns with crayons or oil pastels today, inside and outside of our pumpkins. And then I'd like you to put that aside and keep it somewhere safe so that next week we can pick it up where we left off and we're gonna be adding color to the rest of the paper. All right, see you guys soon.